Hi, I'm Marie from Crochet A to Z, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button. If you have subscribed, thank you. Thank you for all being here. I appreciate you all, and please subscribe and become part of this beautiful crochet community. So today I want to show you a real easy and great stitch. It's a little textured, not heavily textured. It's a nice tight stitch. You can make a lot of things with this, scarves, baby blankets, sweaters, all kinds of stuff with this. It's a really, really pretty stitch. I made it in a 4-weight yarn, and I also made it in a 5. I wanted to show you it in a 5. Just as pretty, just a really pretty stitch. And this is called the Herringbone half double crochet stitch. And I can't wait to show you how to make it. What I did in this one, I used a Lion Brand yarn, and it's called Skein Tones, and it's called Truffle, and I did use an H hook for this as required by the yarn maker. And again, it's a 4 medium weight, and it's truffle. And in this one is a 5 weight, and I used another Lion Brand yarn, and I used the name of it is, let's go, You and Me, 2 by 2 of Wands, and I really love this yarn. We're going to be making something really nice with this yarn. I'm going to show you. We're going to do a craft together on something really great. It's a bulky 5 weight, and I used a K hook with this. And this, I want to mention, it is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. This yarn is great. It doesn't feel like wool. It doesn't give you that. It's really soft. It's really nice. Easy to work with. If you're not crazy about wool, you'll love this one. Like I said, it's only 20%, and it really is nice, and it gives a nice weight to whatever you're going to make, especially like this. If you wanted to make an Afghan in this or a scarf, it really is a nice weight, and it's beautiful. And you can see the stitch in either one of these, and it's called, again, the Herringbone half double crochet stitch. So let's get started. Like I said, I used a K hook with this, and with this one I used an H hook, and I'm going to use another Lion Brand yarn. This is Jade, this color, and what I did was, and just to mention, for this particular pattern, you can chain as many as you want to get to your desired width for whatever you're making, and then you just add a 1. So I did 20, and I added my 1, and I have 21. These are your chains. This is your slip knot for those of you that are new to crochet, never crocheted before, and this is your working chain. And I wanted to mention that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain, like I said, the number you want. And then once you do that, don't forget, you do whatever number you want, and you add 1 chain extra. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3. In this 3rd chain, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go into the stitch and pull up. Once you do that, you're going to get this. You're going to have 3 on your hook. Once you do that, you're going to get this one, and you're going to pull it through that 1. Now you're going to yarn over, and you've got 3 again. That's your yarn over. You're going to take this and pull it through the 2. That is your first herringbone half double crochet stitch. And I also want to mention, this is an easy stitch. I go slow. I'm visual. I like to make it so that you can follow what I'm doing. Yarn over, go into the next chain, pull up, go through that 1, yarn over, go through the 2, and that's your second herringbone. And this is what we're going to do across. I'm going to go slow so that you can follow me. I'm going to go slow so that you can make notes. I'm going to go slow so that you can get a crochet hook and you can get some yarn. And if you want to go along with me, you can. I'm visual. I like the person and people that are following along and everybody to be able to follow along, make notes, and crochet along with me without you saying, oh, I don't know what she did. I want to make it easy for you. I want you to enjoy this craft, especially if you're new to it. I don't want you to lose hope that you can't get this. That's why I do this. That's why I go slow, because I want you to get it. I want you to learn. And I want you to say, okay, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get myself some yarn. I'm going to get myself a crochet hook. And I am going to do that stitch. And I'm going to make an Afghan or a baby blanket or a scarf, whatever, shawl. So now yarn over, and we're going to go in the next one. We're going to pull up that loop. Again, you're going to have 3. You're going to pull that one through there. You're going to yarn over. You have 3, but you're going to pull this one through those 2. Yarn over, and we are going to go right across. And we're going to continue this until the end. This is great for a beginner. This is great for somebody that's been crocheting forever and wanted another stitch to put into their repertoire. So this is a great stitch for everyone. Yarn over, go to the next chain, and we're going to go right in and pull up that loop. You have 3. You're going to get that first one and pull it through. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to keep going along. I make enough of chains when I'm doing these tutorials so that you can follow me and that you see it more than once, or yeah, I should say you see it more than 4 or 5 times. I want you to be able to see it. I want you to walk away and say, okay, I just learned it. Oh, I know I'm going to make something. I just don't know. I'm going to go to the store, get some yarn, and that's it. I wanted to show it to you in this yarn, which is a medium 4, and I wanted to show it to you in a 5 because I wanted you to see what it looks like texture-wise, stitch-wise, and be comfortable in knowing that, you can pick out whatever yarn you want. You don't have to use what I'm using, and you can make it whatever texture you want as far as the heaviness or the lightness of the yarn. If you wanted to make it in cotton, by all means. You could also make face cloths in this, pot holders, you could make a nice runner. So that's why I'm saying this stitch is great. And like when you think about it, it's like, oh, the herringbone stitch. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be, it just sounds like a hot stitch. It's not. I guarantee you'll see this stitch. We'll do it together, or you can follow along with me. And then what you'll do is tomorrow you'll go buy your yarn and say, okay, I can do this. I'm going to make something with it. What I'm saying is you'll walk away and you'll be fine. So at the very end, you're going to make your herringbone stitch. And that's what it looks like for your first row. 1 row repeat. Isn't that great? 1 row repeat. So now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to chain 2. That always counts as a stitch. 1, 2. You're going to turn your work. So I want you to notice, there it is. You're not going to go into this first stitch because that counts. So if I show it to you this way, you're not going in there. You're going to go in the next one. So you're going to yarn over. You're going to go into the next one. You're going to pull up. You're going to go through that 1. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to go right across. And we're going to keep making a herringbone stitch. And like I said, any number of chains you want plus 1 and you're golden. Yarn over, go into the next one, pull up, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Sometimes I don't know if I'm talking too much on these, and I don't want to be annoying, so I try not to do that a lot. Yarn over, go in here, pull up that loop, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go in, pull up that loop. Always have 3 on your hook. You take this first one, you go through that first one. You got 2, you're going to yarn over. You got 3, you're going to go through the 2. And then you've made another one. You'll get so used to it that you kind of get ahead of yourself, which is what I do sometimes when I crochet. I'm thinking in my head what I've got to do, especially when I'm doing tutorials. And I'm saying that the whole stitch before I'm even done doing it. So 3, you're going to take this first one, you're going to pull it right through, you're going to yarn over, you're going to pull that through these 2. I want you to walk away comfortable learning this. I want you to walk away and say, yep, I got it. Maria, I got it. I want you to be able to make notes when I'm doing these tutorials. I want you to have the visual feel that you need to see what I'm doing. I always try to do that. I always say in all of my tutorials, or I try to, that I'm a very visual person. That's how I learn. And I don't know that everyone learns that way, but I don't think it's a bad thing to be able to see it and say, and walk away and say, okay, I know what she did. I can get that yarn and I can follow her. I think I'll go in the room and pull out a ball of yarn and follow her. So yarn over, go into the next one, pull up. You've got 3 on your hook. You're going to pull through 1, yarn over, you're going to pull through the 2. Yarn over, you're going to go into this very last one and you're going to pull up. You're going to do the same thing you did right across. You're going to pull through that 1. You're going to yarn over. You got 3, but you're going to pull this one through those 2. You're at the very end. So now what you're going to do is chain 1, chain 2, and turn your work around. That always counts as a stitch. You're not going to go into this first chain. And if you see this, see your chains, you're not going to touch that one. You're going to go into the next one. You're going to yarn over, go in here, pull up, and we're going to continue our herringbone stitch right across. I want you to be able to go to work and say, I learned a new stitch yesterday. I know I'm going to, thinking it in your head. I think I'm going to stop at the yarn store tomorrow after work, and I'm going to get myself some yarn, and I think I'll make a bunch of scarves with that stitch, or I think I'll make, whatever. And that'll be great stocking stuffers, or you can sell them, whatever you want to do. Next. And like I said, you won't even have to think about it. The more you do it, the more you'll just get comfortable with it. You won't have to say anything to yourself as you move along. You won't have to count you'll just go right along. And this is a 1 row repeat. So 1 row repeat. You just do the same thing over and over again until you get, and I'm just going to pull that stitch out because I believe my yarn split and I want to fix it. So yarn over, go back in there and pull up. And I believe it split. If there's a mistake, you'll see it, you'll undo it, you'll be fine. Don't worry if you made a double crochet instead of the herringbone stitch. Don't worry, you can pull it out, you'll fix it. If you went through all 3, without doing your whole stitch, don't worry, you can fix it, you can pull it out. I don't want you to be worried. Everybody makes mistakes. I don't care how long we've been crocheting, we all make mistakes. A few weeks ago, I was making something. I think I mentioned it in one of my tutorials. I made a mistake. I was like, oh, wait a minute. So no worries. And if I make a mistake in something and I know it's an easy mistake and I'm going to show you something, I always try to remember, oh, wait a minute. I remember when I made this first learn this stitch, I made a mistake. I'm going to show them the mistake that I made so you don't have to look for it too far. So again, at the end, and here is your herringbone stitch. So we get to the end, and I want to show it to you. See how pretty it is? And I want to show it to you in this. It's really, really, really pretty. Again, you're going to chain 1, 2, and always remember, at the end of your row, you're always going to chain 2 and turn your work. So you're going to turn this around. You're never going to go into that first stitch because that counts as a stitch. If you did go in there, it would be too bulky. If you look at this way, you don't go into that first stitch, you go into the second one. I want to show you a couple of ways that you can look at it. You yarn over, you go right in there, you pull that up, you pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to do this right till the end until you finish whatever it is that you are making. And this is the beautiful, and I do feel like this is a really, really pretty stitch. I remember when I first, learned about the herringbone stitch, I thought to myself, oh gosh, the herringbone stitch, there's no way I'm going to learn this stitch because it just even sounds hard. You know what I mean? Sometimes some will say, oh, that sounds like an easy stitch to learn just by the name of it. But this one is like, oh God, it's the herringbone stitch. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to learn this. But you can learn it. It's not as hard as the stitch name sounds. So I guess it's when you think of when you buy clothes and it's got the herringbone pattern on it. Like you say to yourself, well, that, I know that pattern from clothes that I bought, so I can't imagine that it can be that easy to make. Well, it is in crochet. And yarn over. Then we're going to go right across, yarn over, go into that, pull up, pull through the 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next one, pull up. Grab that first one, go in through, yarn over, go through 2. And this is what we're going to do until you get to the end of your row. And always remember, at the end of the row, you chain 2 and you turn your work around. I'm going to go right in there, pull up, and then you're going to go through 2, 1, and then you're going to go through 2. See what I mean about thinking about it ahead of time? Yarn over, going to go right in there, in that very last stitch, pull up, pull through one, yarn over. You got 3, you're going to get this one, you're going to pull through those 2. You're going to chain 1, chain 2. You're going to turn your work around. You always skip this first stitch right here. Again, you're going to see skip that one, go to this one, yarn over, and continue this really pretty herringbone stitch. You can even make hats with this. I'm going to show you how to make hats in a lot of these stitches that I've made, that I've shown you, because there's an easy way to make hats with these, and I am going to show you how to make them. And you're going to be like, oh, really? And it's like, believe it or not, you can make it like this, and it comes up really nice. So I'm going to show you that. Yarn over, go right in there, pull up, pull through those 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this is your herringbone stitch, and I want to show it to you in this. And it's, like I said, it's really pretty. And this is the jade color. And this is the heavier one, the 5 weight, the 4 weight, wool 20%, the rest polyester, and this is called Rose Water. So I wanted you to see that as well, just in case you were wondering what color this was. I got this in the Lion Brand, their Lion Brand website. I want to mention to you that Lion Brand very often has these yarns on sale, and they're cheaper than sometimes you would get in another store. If you're willing to wait, or if you want to make something and you said, well, that's okay, I can order it and I'll get it, and while I'm ordering that and waiting for it to come in, I can make something else. I want you to know, a lot of times they have really great sales on Lion Brand website, and I just love their website. They always have really good sales. So this is, again, the herringbone half double crochet stitch. I'm going to actually show you this stitch, that you can make the same stitch in another way. It's called the herringbone, but it's not a half double crochet. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on that. But I want you to see, if you put it this way, see how pretty that is? It's just a really nice stitch. It's just really pretty. And like I said, it's even, look at this. I mean, you can see in this, you can really see in this yarn as well. And this is a nice heavy yarn. So this is Maria from Crochet A to Z. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please push that like button as well as the subscribe button, because the algorithms, when you push the like, the algorithms get out there and more people are able to see these videos. So again, Maria from Crochet A to Z, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you subscribe and join our crochet family. And thank you all for being here. Please stay safe in these crazy times we're having. And sometimes you need to get away from it all. And there's no better way of getting away from it all than grabbing a crochet hook, some beautiful yarn, your scissors, your darning needles, and crocheting. And if you haven't crocheted before, and you're starting out, don't be intimidated by it. You can learn this. We will teach you. I will show you how, and I'll make it easy for you. I'm visual. I'll make it visual for you so that you can learn this. And think of it as a way to escape the insanity that we have in this world today, and that we're all in this together, trying to stay safe, and you know, and we all think the same way, that we just want a beautiful world out there. and how to make a beautiful world. Let's crochet together and help make a beautiful world. Find different things to do that make us happy, and we can spread it to other people, and just do that. So thank you. Have a great day. And thank you for being here at Crochet A to Z. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. Bye-bye.